Hello, Captains, and welcome to another exciting episode in the Delta Quadrant. Today we will be doing all that glitters and all enemies in all the usual places.
The doctor is asking for assistance with a situation in the Shenda system. I'd like you to lend a hand.
Very well, Admiral.
There's something interesting.
We have arrived in the Shenda system, Captain. The distress signals coming in from a transport dead ahead. We will receive no response to our hails. I'll keep trying. Perhaps our guest knows more. The emergency medical hologram known as the Doctor is nearby shuttle and awaiting our hail. Take us to the Doctor's shuttle.
Pleased to meet you. I scanned your service record before your arrival. You've been in quite a few battles, haven't you? Ever stop to think about the strain you're putting on your medical crew before you charge into combat? Of course you don't. No captain ever does.
Nice to meet you too, Doctor.
We've been hailing this Ocampan freighter for some time, but we're not getting a response, and our sensors cannot penetrate their shields. Their initial distress signals indicated that they were suffering from Paraniste measles. I can treat it easily, if I can get onto the ship. Now that your ship is here, it should be trivial to board the vessel and assess the situation. Transport me aboard your vessel, and then my shuttle can return to Voyager.
Prepare for transport.
Excellent. Your ship has more powerful sensors than my shuttle.
Hold your fire. I am Gorm, leader of the Vatwa. I am Gol, leader of the Vaadwaur Supremacy. I apologize for the overzealousness of my soldiers. This action was not authorized.
I am Admiral Axion of the ISS Long Island.
I'm pleased to finally meet you. It appears your presence here in the Delta Quadrant has inadvertently caused some conflict between us. I would rather avoid any more unpleasantness. Would you be willing to meet with me face to face?
Yes, but I found these talks are best on neutral grounds.
That is understandable. Do you have a location in mind? There are not many areas of the Delta Quadrant where my people are not reviled.
I might know of a place. I'll be back with you in a moment.
Oh, what a wonderful surprise! Is there anything I can do for you?
Hello, Neelix. We need a neutral place for a diplomatic negotiation with the Vaadwaur, and I was wondering if you could help.
Diplomatic negotiations? I am Starfleet's ambassador to the Delta Quadrant. I would be more than happy to offer my services as mediator. As for the location, Dexa and most of our people are on New Talax now, but we still have the asteroid base in the Intaba system. It's mostly empty now, just a few cleanup crews, and the Kazon have been leaving it alone. It would be perfect.
Thank you. Your assistance is greatly appreciated.
Well, did you find a suitable location for our meeting?
There's an asteroid base in the Intaba system that the Talaxians have been using.
Talaxians? Are there still Talaxian communities? How odd. The site is agreeable. Send my ship the coordinates and I will meet you there.
Coordinates sent. We'll talk there.
I'm contacting the Surface Market. They can investigate this further while we meet with Gol.
Excellent idea, Doctor. We can set course for the Intaba system as soon as you're ready. I'm ready now. Sir, we've arrived in the Intaba system. Gol's ship is already there, and he is transported down to the base.
Imagine using a medical emergency as a trap. The Vaadwaur have no shame. I don't trust Gol.
It's
He
good to
betrayed
see you
us on
again so
Vaadwaur
soon.
Prime. He'll do it again.
If I might make a suggestion, I would recommend only bringing 2 crew members with your away team. Gol brought 4 aides. You'll have the doctor and myself, and bringing more of your crew down might look like you're trying to get an advantage on him. Gol seems very touchy. Proper protocol will be important. Are you ready to beam down?
I am.
It's so good to see... Doctor, it's been 30 years! You haven't aged a day!
Yes. It's good to see you too, Neelix.
We have a bit of time before we'll begin. We're giving the Vaadwaur a fine Talaxian feast to help ease the tension. Doctor, you must tell me all you've been up to.
Oh, Neelix, I couldn't. Not with the Vaadwaur here. But I suppose it is important that you hear about my many achievements since our last meeting. And my brilliant research was able to prove conclusively. Thus I began my grand adventure into the challenge of writing Klingon opera.
Brax and I agreed to never mention the incident again. Well, at least not to Dexa.
Neelix, the Vaadwaur have finished the appetizers and are waiting for you.
Oh, well, we had better get going. We can talk more later. Do you remember Chef Jolax from the last time you were here? He's the one that has been serving the Vaudoir their fabulous appetizers. Full bellies make for good conversation, I always say. He told me that Gall is a little grumpy, but I'm sure you can handle him. Gall is in the command room now, waiting for us. Jolax should be back soon to take everyone's orders for the main course.
Thank you, Neelix. Let's go speak to Gall.
Ah, at last. I must say your Talaxian friends are quite hospitable. But down to business. Our meeting is long overdue.
Indeed, it's time to settle our differences.
As do I. My people are damaged, in crisis. We are already at war with the Kabali, and with you, giving your alliance's support for them.
Then let us both try to find an accord that benefits us both.
Do you know why we fight the Kabali? Their world was once a Vaudoir colony, one of our largest. And there is still a large cache of stasis tubes on the planet. Those are my brothers and sisters being held hostage. The Kabali are stealing them, taking their very identities and transforming them.
They won't return the remaining tubes?
The Kabali would rather watch us die and use our corpses as fuel for their unnatural corruption. Is it wrong to fight against your own extinction? Don't we have a right to survive as well?
There must be a way we can end this peacefully. The war will scar the Quadrant for decades to come.
There can be no peace. Not after what they've done. Are you suggesting we are weak? That we should just lay down and die for them? No, we will not.
No, but destroying the Kabali isn't right either. There are greater threats in the galaxy we must face.
Do not try to pacify me. We will have our retribution. You have my offer. Abandon your alliance with the Kabali and support us, and we will be your strongest ally in the Quadrant.
I am not here to start a war with the Kabali.
Peace. You know nothing of what it means to be Vaudoir. You need to understand.
What do you mean?
The Vaudoir have endured too much to make peace. Do you expect us to forget the destruction of our cities? The massacres of our people?
The food's almost ready. What would you all like for your main course?
You need to understand even the smallest fraction of our anger.
He's dead. I'm sorry.
Does that make you angry, Talaxian?
No, it makes me sad. For Jolax. And for you.
Then we are not done.
What the? Huh? Oh no.
Admiral, the entire Vaudoir fleet is opening fire on the remaining Taxalian ships. We sent a distress signal out to every ship in range. We'll do what we can to protect the Talaxians, but we can't hold out against this many ships. What happened? Explain the situation to Luna. That is horrible. Do you think Gall had any intention of negotiating in good faith, or was this all an act? We're giving the Talaxians all the time we can to escape, but it's not looking good up here, sir. Some of the Vaudoir have already broken off to pursue him. Your orders? I need a tactical strike team at my location immediately. We have to drop shields to transport or launch a shuttle, sir. If I do that, I'll lose the ship. We'll try to find some way to get help to you. Until things are under control up here, anything we do is going to be risky. I need a scan of the base. How many Telexians are still alive? Scans show 2 large groups of Telexians in the storage room and logistics area, sir. They have the doors blocked, but there are Vaadwaur trying to get in at both locations. Doesn't look good, Captain. I'm afraid you'll have only time to rescue 1 group. Good luck, sir. Do your best to save Telexians. No matter what, Starfleet will not let more innocents die today.
Time only to save 1 group? I do not envy your choice. I would go with you, but I cannot leave Neelix alone. And time is of the essence. I'm afraid you'll have to go on without us.
Very well, make sure Neelix gets...
No, I'm going. I can't sit by and let the Vaadwaur kill my friends. I won't be a burden. I promise. I have to do this.
Stay close to me, Neelix, and I'll assure you your safety.
How do we choose who to save? We've saved the hostages, but they may be safer here. What about the people in the storage room? Check to see if any of the Telexians survived.
Doctor, you have to save them. These are my friends.
They are beyond my help now, Neelix. I'm sorry.
Then we can still save the others. We have to get to the shuttle in the cargo bay.
I've sent a signal to the remaining Telexians to join us here as soon as possible. More Vaadwaur on the way! Defend the shuttle! More on the way. If I weren't a hologram, I'd be worried.
Well, I got enough drones.
A large number of Vaadwaur are closing in. I'm afraid they may be too much for you to handle.
The Teray are here to assist. After this, our debt to you is repaid.
That's timely. Here come the Vaadwaur.
The Vaadwaur have been repelled. I would have words with you before you continue. Our help does not mean we are now allies. We are repaying a debt. Our ships are currently engaging the Vaadwaur fleet. It is unsafe for this shuttle to launch until they are defeated. We will return to our ships. I suggest you do the same. We will provide cover for your ship so it may drop shields to transport you.
We appreciate the help, Commander. The ISS Long Island is ready to transport us, Admiral. Are you ready? Yes, I am.
I knew this meeting was a farce. The word Vaadwaur means fool in ancient Talaxian. Did you know that? You thought me a fool who would swallow your insults without comment. A fool who would blunder into the trap you set with the Teray. I am not.
You're the one who did this, Ghaul, not me.
This has destroyed any chance of an accord between us. How disappointing. I had thought you would be a valuable ally. Now you are just another victim.
We did everything we could to make peace with you, Ghaul. You're the one who destroyed it.
You came to our aid when the Vaadwaur attacked our homeworld. Now we have come to assist you. This discharges our obligation.
Thank you for your assistance. Perhaps we can be allies someday.
How could they do something so horrible? We're no threat to them. We'd done nothing but welcome them. And he killed my friends just to make a statement. I don't understand how anyone would be so callous.
I am so sorry, Neelix.
I don't blame you. I agreed to let the Vaadwaur come here. I put my people in danger. This is my responsibility. I just never conceived that even the Vaadwaur could be so treacherous. They double-crossed us on Voyager and tried to take the ship, but slaughtering innocent people. My time on Voyager changed me. I saw the best that people could be. I forgot, or wanted to forget, how evil they could be.
Neelix, I promise you Gaul will face justice for what he's done.
With your permission, I'll lead the survivors back to New Talax. Then we can return with a security force to collect the dead.
Farewell, Neelix.
I've been in contact with the USS Blackwell. They boarded the freighter in the Shenda system, but it was empty. It was all a ruse by the Vaadwaur to lure us into that system. Everything was part of this play Gaul wanted to perform, from the initial distress call to his intervention and offer to negotiate. And then he used a massacre to set his stage. That's the kind of man he is, and unless he's stopped, the entire quadrant may fall.
Let us hope it does not come to that, Doctor.
Gaul has shown his true nature. I expected he was not dealing in good faith. But nevertheless, we had to make an attempt to find a peaceful solution to our problems with the Vaadwaur. Now the war will continue. I grieve for all who have been lost, and for those who will fall before this conflict ends.
We had to try, Admiral.
Senseless, meaningless death. I'll never understand. I hope Neelix and his people will be able to find some peace, and that Gaul will answer for his crimes. And I hope our paths cross again, perhaps under better circumstances next time. With your permission, I'll return to Voyager.
Permission granted. Farewell, Doctor. It has been an honor. Talaxian base is now safe, and the surviving Talaxians are making their way to New Talax. Shall we depart? Yes.
Gaul betrayed my trust years ago when we first encountered the Vaadwaur. Time hasn't made him any less treacherous or dangerous. He's a warmonger and must be stopped.
He will be, Admiral.
There's something interesting.
Okay, let's go to our next system. What happened here, Captain?
Hostiles dropped out of war but attacked without warning. Their ships were fast and powerful, far beyond our capabilities. They disabled us and left shortly thereafter. Curiously, one of them communicated to us. He said scavengers would come to pick apart our ships.
We'll do what we can, Captain. ISS Long Island out.
This is Cooperative Cube 1138. We are here to help.
Sir, the ship's warp core is close to a breach and explosion is imminent. I'm not sure we can beam off all the crew in time. Divert all power from the shields to the transporters. Grab all that you can.
They're where we left them, but they have friends. Kill them!
Thank you for coming. Our situation is quite dire. Life support is failing ship-wide, and so is artificial gravity. We're unable to conduct repairs at this time. Can you provide assistance?
We'll get your life support fixed, and with that done, your crew should be able to handle everything else.
Thank you. We'll make our way to a base to complete repairs.
Clean up those technical organic trash. Open fire.
The ship's been inundated with radiogenic particles, possibly from passing too close to a dark matter cluster. Is overcharging the warp core and irradiating the crew. Modify a probe to generate a dampening field. Will evacuate while there's a gap in the radiogenic pulse variance.
Cooperative appreciates your efforts. We can take charge of those you have rescued and transport them to friendly territory.
Acknowledge. We'll rendezvous with you for transport.
Tracking a large force incoming. Preparing to set stations.
our thanks. Were it not for you and your crew, none of us would have survived.
Let us know if you hear rumors of any further Voth advances or attacks. Admiral, the rescue ship from the Cooperative has taken injured and rescued crew aboard. We are clear to leave on your orders. Let's depart. And thank you, captains, for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.